McCowan at the DeSoto Public Library, and I would like to welcome all our young readers to this special story time featuring some of my good friends reading stories to engage and empower. This year, the Mayor's Summer Reading Club theme is Imagine Your Story, and I would like to challenge you to imagine, what is your story? How will you tell it? Through words, through art, through action? Let us inspire you with these stories.
Hello, my name is Cora Garner, English teacher at the DeSoto High School, and thank you for tuning into the Mayor's Summer Reading Club. I want to thank Mayor McCowan for this awesome opportunity to read to all of the students tuning in. Please remember, readers are leaders. So as I read these stories, please take some time to put yourselves into the shoes of these narrators who are young Black females marching and dreaming to change our world. A Sweet Smell of Roses by Angela Johnson and Eric Velasquez. Read with permission by Simon and Schuster. After a night of soft rain, there is a sweet smell of roses as my sister Minnie and I slip past Mama's door and out of the house down Charlotte Street. Past the early morning milkman, over the cobbled bridge and through the curbed market. To where everybody waits to march. Minnie and I are only waist-high to most of them. Waist-high, Minnie and me, waist-high, holding hands and waiting to march. There is a sweet smell of roses as everyone waits for Dr. King to speak. And the colors, bright like from the sun on the flowers beside the road, as we listen to Dr. King on the megaphone say, "We are right, we march for equality and freedom." Then we start to march, Minnie and me. We look ahead and walk fast like him, clapping in time with our feet, looking ahead just like him. There is a sweet smell of roses, even as we march past the people who scream, shout, and say, "You're not right. Equality can't be yours." Then we look farther down the road and keep holding hands, feeling a part of it all, walking our way towards freedom. There is a sweet smell of roses as more people start marching with us, pouring out the sides of the streets, clapping and singing, "Freedom, freedom." Then someone picks me up and puts me on his shoulder. Somebody picks Minnie up too, and we're high above everybody, still marching. There is a sweet smell of roses as we all gather in the center of town, all together, all here, listening to Dr. King as the sun gets higher in the sky. He talks about peace, love, nonviolence, and change for everybody. And the sun gets higher in the sky. When it's time to go, we skip back, hand in hand, Minnie and me, singing freedom songs along the streets. Through the curb market, over the cobbled bridge, and past the mailman, to our house on Charlotte Street. And then there's Mama, worried face, waiting there for us. She smiles after a while, hugging us, and takes our hand. And as we tell her about the march, the curtains float apart, and there is a sweet smell of roses all through our house. Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson, read with permission by the Penguin Group. February 12th, 1963. I am born on a Tuesday at University Hospital, Columbus, Ohio, USA, a country caught between black and white. I am born not long from the time or far from the place where my great-great-grandparents worked in the deep, rich land, unfree, dawn till dusk, unpaid, drank cool water from scooped out gourds, looked up and followed the sky's mirrored constellation to freedom. I am born as the South explodes, to many people, to many years, enslaved, then emancipated, but not free. The people who look like me keep fighting and marching and getting killed so that today, February 12, 1963, and every day from this moment on, brown children like me can grow up free, can grow up learning and voting and walking and riding wherever we want. I am born in Ohio, but the stories of South Carolina already run like rivers through my veins. My birth certificate says female Negro. Mother, Mary Ann Irby, 22, Negro. Father, Jack Austin Woodson, 25, Negro. In Birmingham, Alabama, Martin Luther King Jr. is planning a march on Washington, where John F. Kennedy is president. In Harlem, Malcolm X is standing on a soapbox talking about a revolution. Outside the window of University Hospital, snow is slowly falling. So much already covers this vast Ohio ground. In Montgomery, only 7 years have passed since Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a city bus. I am born brown-skinned, black-haired, wide-eyed. I am born Negro here and colored there, and somewhere else the freedom singers have linked arms. Their protests rising into song. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And somewhere else, James Baldwin is writing about injustice. Each novel, each essay, changing the world. I do not know yet who I will be, what I will say, how I will say it. Not even 3 years have passed since a brown girl named Ruby Bridges walked into an all-white school. Armed guards surrounded her while hundreds of white people spat and called her names. She was only 6 years old. I do not know if I'll be strong like Ruby. I do not know what the world will look like when I'm finally able to walk, speak, write. Another Buckeye, the nurse says to my mother. Already, I am being called names for this place, Ohio, the Buckeye State. My fingers curl into a fist automatically. This is the way, my mother said, of every baby's hand. I do not know if these hands will become Malcolm's, raised and fisted, or Martin's, open and asking, or James curled into a pin. I do not know if these hands will be Rosa's or Ruby's, gently gloved and fiercely folded, calmly in a lap, on a desk, around a book, ready to change the world. Wow. I really hope you enjoyed following along as I read those two moving pieces. Remember, the theme for this summer reading club is Imagine Your Story. What is your story? Imagine it, read it, write it, believe it, see it, you can be it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and keep tuning in. Readers are leaders.
Thank you so much for listening and joining me for that great story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and look forward to another special story time with the mayor and friends. Keep up that reading at home, and remember to log in your daily reading time to win free books and gift cards from the DeSoto Public Library.